Okay, I just got my suppressor in the mail. This was shipped to my doorstep and I just got it yesterday. I bought this suppressor through Silencer Central and I wanted to make a video today just kind of breaking down that process of getting a suppressor and buying it through Silencer Central. Just as a disclaimer, I have no affiliation whatsoever with Silencer Central, no connection at all. I just went through the process of buying a suppressor through their website, and I've done it different ways in the past, and to me this way is much easier and far superior than the alternatives out there. So I just wanted to share that with anybody out there that's looking to get a suppressor. So if you are in the market for a suppressor, maybe it's your first one ever, maybe you're a little intimidated by the whole process, today I'm going to break down the process of buying a suppressor through silencercentral.com. Okay, first things first, let's talk about the timeline of buying a suppressor through Silencer Central. So the total timeline of how long it's going to take for you to get your suppressor from beginning to end is going to be highly dependent on how fast the government or the ATF can process all your paperwork and get everything approved. Now that time really has varied quite significantly over the last 4 or 5 years. Now I will say in March 2025, the process times within the ATF are much faster than they were when I bought my first suppressor back in 2021. I believe that entire process took 14 months, which really was not fun. And I was very happy to find out that the process of buying this suppressor in 2025 in total was only about 60 days. The main benefit of buying a suppressor through Silencer Central, in my opinion, is that you don't have to leave your home to do the entire process. So everything gets processed. You fill out all the paperwork, you do all the fingerprints, and you don't have to go to an FFL dealer, you don't have to go to a gun shop, you don't have to go anywhere. You can do everything from your home. So let's break down the entire process from beginning to end. Okay, so the first step is going to be going on silencercentral.com and filtering through their website and selecting the suppressor that we want to purchase. For me, this is a Dead Air Nomad 30. It's a 30 caliber can. I'm going to be using this on a 300 blackout build that I'm setting up now, and also for my hunting rifles. So for you, you need to figure out what you're going to be shooting and what you'd like to suppress, and that's going to dictate the type of suppressor you're going to buy. Now once you make your selection, you are going to purchase the suppressor through the website. It's also important to note that because suppressors are regulated by the ATF, you will have to pay a $200 tax stamp in addition to the price of the suppressor. So after you've purchased your suppressor, Silencer Central is going to start the application process. So they're going to take the serial number off of the suppressor, they're going to put that onto your application, they're going to send you in the mail fingerprint cards that you can submit your fingerprints. Okay, so I just got this package in the mail from Silencer Central. I placed my order for my suppressor about a week ago, maybe 5 days, and this package just came in. So the first step, obviously, of the process is just going on their website, finding the suppressor that you want to buy, and then you purchase that suppressor. Second step is you have to go online and you have to fill out a few documents. It's really easy, a few forms, and then you have to upload a picture of yourself. You can take that picture with your cell phone. Just has to be like a white or a neutral colored background. And then the next step is you have to have your fingerprints sent in. So what Silencer Central does is they send you this package, and in this package, let's see what we have here. Okay, so this is what comes in the package. You get a cool t-shirt. Not bad. And then you have your fingerprint kit. So here this looks like the fingerprint ink. And then here you have your fingerprint cards. And then here you have some instructions on what to do. It seems like it's very straightforward. Yeah, instructions here, and then even little icons and on how to use the fingerprint ink and how to place your fingers, all that stuff. So they make it really simple and straightforward. So here it also has your steps. Step 1, complete your fingerprint cards. Step 2, mail your fingerprint cards back to Silencer Central. Step 3, submit your passport style photo. You can actually do that before these steps, but it's good that that's noted here. You can either send one in, or you can just upload a picture, from your phone or your computer. In step 4, you just got to fill out those forms that I mentioned. Silencer Central will give you a link to these forms. You just got to read through it and then sign your name. You can even e-sign it. So it's really easy. And then you mail these back. You put everything in this included envelope, and no postage necessary. It's already paid for, and then you ship that back. So now at this point, you can also go onto Silencer Central website, and you can go into your account and your login, and you can track the entire process. So it will have the process in steps, and there'll be little green checks that say, okay, this step is done. These are the next steps that are going to follow. And it's easy to see if you miss something, and you can quickly go in and make adjustments if needed. The next thing that's drafted up is the eForm. An agent from Silencer Central is going to draft up this eForm for you, and then provide you with different times that you can schedule a phone call with that agent just to review and make sure everything is correct on your eForm. This is a very important step, because if one thing on your form is incorrect or wrong, it's going to delay the entire process, and you're going to have to start from scratch again. So from there, you're going to have your call with your Silencer Central representative, agent, whatever you want to call them. And it's a brief call. It's about 15 to 20 minutes. And basically, they're just looking at your eForm and just confirming with you that everything's correct. Name, street address, social security. Then there's also those 10 background questions that are included. Are you an illegal alien? Are you purchasing this for another person? Are you a criminal? All of those basic questions that you have to answer anytime you buy a firearm. You'll have to answer those as well and just confirm that. Takes about 15 minutes, and then you're good to go. After you've confirmed everything with the agent, they go ahead and they file your eForm to the ATF. Now, once your eForm application is sent into the ATF, it's just a waiting period. So the time that that's going to take is really going to vary depending on how fast they are processing eForms at that time. For my suppressor, it was about 35 days that it took for the ATF to process my eForm. Once you receive the approval from the ATF that your application is good to go, the next step is to fill out some final paperwork. And again, you can do that on your computer. You can e-sign it so you don't have to leave your house. From there, Silencer Central will send the proper documents and paperwork to your local law enforcement. Once the local law enforcement is notified, the next step is the suppressor gets shipped out. It will be shipped to one of their dealers within your state, and then from that dealer, they will ship it directly to your doorstep, and you will have your suppressor. Really, all you need to do from your home is do your fingerprint cards, send that back into Silencer Central, and then all of the other forms and applications you can do from your computer, and you can e-sign from your computer. And Silencer Central is going to provide all of that in an easy step-by-step process. So all in all, the process for me, I found to be extremely easy. I didn't have to go through an FFL. I didn't have to go through a gun shop. I didn't have to call every couple of weeks or months just to check in on the status and say, hey, has my application been processed? Am I good to go? Everything was tracked through the portal, and it was much easier. So if you're in the market for a suppressor, maybe it's your first time buying one, or maybe you're just looking for an easier way to buy them, I would highly recommend checking out Silencer Central. I know that's the method that I'm going to be using in the future, and it just makes things much easier. But thanks again for tuning in, guys. We'll see you on the next one.